Alright, all you bullet time shooters out there, welcome back to the Indy Radio Arcade. And yeah, folks, I know usually when it comes to movies like that, we tell you guys that, well, our favorite scene was when he took out 100 guys at once, but in this case, with the Equalizer 2, we definitely had to mention something a little bit more close to home than all of the cool action sequences that I think you guys should go out there and watch. Yeah, we decided to switch it up for this week. And besides us explaining our actions from cool action sequences that we left out but won't for this part, it's now time for us to go into another edition of the Instant Classic Video Game Review that we were able to fit the whole title in for this week. And the game we have up on the plate, folks, was a game that we were supposed to review well over, what, 5? 6? No, wait, strike that. Almost 7 years ago we were supposed to review this game, none other than Max Payne 3. And the reason why in the world we put this game on the ice before we review the game, folks, we wanted to play Max Payne 2 first so we don't go out of order or don't get lost in the story of why this happened or why that happened. But we waited for so long, we decided, hey, before we hit 100 episodes, we gotta review this. We gotta review this. And the meat and potatoes of this game, folks, is 9 years after what happened in the second game, Max Payne returns and heads off to Brazil to play a personal bodyguard for an overly rich family, only to realize that not only he's battling with his past, alcoholism, and of course, a new fresh set of kidnappers who decide to kidnap the people that he's trying to protect. So, we jokingly, behind the scenes, called this game and gave it a new title called Max Payne Can't Catch a Break Part 3. Cause no matter where this man goes, trouble, bullets, and violence follows. No matter where this man goes, and he can't catch a break. Oh man, and the things that I loved about this game, right off the bat, number one, the fact that this game allows you to shoot behind cover. I mean, they still have the advantages of bullet time where you can leap downstairs and take out 9 to 6 bad guys at once in super slow motion, all at the same time while avoiding bullet fire. But the fact that they allow you to go behind cover, take out some bad guys, and gain your bullet time back, also while healing your health? A+, Rockstar, A+, and something you should have added in for the past 2 other games. What's wrong with you? Another thing that I loved about this game, and it's something that I loved about all of the Max Payne games, is definitely the soundtrack that was featured during this very game. And the one song that I loved the most, besides the song that played at the airport, has to be the main theme of Max Payne altogether. And I always used to tell myself, if I'm ever down in the dumps or feeling depressed, I would always play this song in the background, the intro theme for Max Payne, because the person who is experiencing this song is more hurt than I could possibly imagine. So, I might be depressed in some cases, on some days when it's cloudy or I'm not feeling well, but when I listen to that song, it cheers up my mood because I know the person who is experiencing that stuff is better off than me, or worse off in this case. Another thing that I loved about this game is the different variety of weapons that they decided to include in this game, including a shotgun along the lines of a Spaz 12 that you could use during this game, and even brings back the ability to shoot somebody, and to quote Vash 12349, shoot somebody from a football field range with a shotgun or any sort of weapons, and the spread of the bullets can still kill the enemy from a faraway distance. Another thing that I loved about this game, and to add on to that, folks, the fact that the last person you take out, you can actually slow motion shoot them, and then they just pan over to the guy getting lit up more times than Officer Murphy in the movie RoboCop. Jeez. You wonder why that game is rated M for mature? When you get that last kill, you'll find out why. You'll definitely find out why. Another thing that I loved about this game, and something that I never really tried but always wish I could, but unfortunately I can't now due to the fact that the servers shut down, is the multiplayer experience that they included in this game as well. That does give you access to bullet time too. I do believe. Could be wrong. And with all the things that I loved about this game, including the story itself, folks, that's another thing that I loved about this game, and even the little Easter eggs they included in between spots. But yeah, what didn't I like about this game? Now, for those who never played Max Payne 1 or 2, you were known to have a wider variety of weapons, including, Uzis, double shotguns, or what have you. Unfortunately, two-handed weapons in this game cannot be dual-wielded. That was one thing I didn't like about this game. But the big elephant in the room that I really didn't like about this game is the fact that you not only can't use explosives, but the fact that you don't have any throwable items that you can throw back at the enemies. Like, for example, if an enemy throws a grenade at you, you can shoot it out of the air. Yeah, that's cool and all. But at the same time, when it's next to you on the ground blinking, you can't throw it back? What? You can't throw a grenade back? So you're telling me? And 1 second, folks. You're telling me after 9 years, after everything that happened to you in New York City with Mona Sachs and what have you, you lost the ability to throw grenades and take these guys out? Or even throw Molotovs at these guys and burn them alive? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Another thing that I really wasn't a fan of in this game was the fact that also no body armor included in this game as well. I mean, granted, I know he's a bullet sponge and all, and he can use painkillers to cure the pain, but at the same time, a bulletproof vest would work wonders in any situation, especially with the people that you're going up against. So the fact that it didn't have a bulletproof vest, something that ate me alive while I was playing this game. But one plus I will say about this game that they did have was the fact that if you did get killed during this game, they do give you a second chance to come back to life, almost the same way as for a couple of you Hitman fans out there, from Hitman Contracts all the way up to Blood Money into the current Hitman games. If you get taken out, you can actually get a chance to pull out your weapons in slow-mo and try to kill at least one of the guys that are standing in front of you, and you can be brought back to life. Was one of the cool things that I did love about this game as well, since I completely forgot about it but just remembered it. And with everything that we liked and did like about this game, what do we think they could do to improve upon it? Well, for one, grenades. Lots and lots of grenades. I mean, bullet time is fun and all, but the fact that you can't use grenades, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, or any form of explosives to take these guys out and blow them up in slow motion, it's a crying shame. Rockstar really did miss out on that opportunity, and I wish they would have included it. Another thing that I wish they could add on to this game definitely has to be a bulletproof vest to protect yourself at all times. I mean, like I said before, he's a bullet sponge, but at the same time, you're definitely going to need some form of body armor to help you out in the long run while you're fighting against all these guys, especially near the last level of the game. I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say there's a lot of guys, and you will need some form of protection besides hiding behind a wall. Just saying. And the last but not least thing that I think they could do to improve upon this game, since you can switch back and forth from Mona Sachs to Max Payne in certain chapters, I would have loved to see another one of the side characters in this game. You get a chance to switch to them, experience it from another person who can operate weapons. Cause yeah, it would have been great to see. And seeing the fact that we don't know how to review games along the lines of gold stars, coins, letters, or bricks, we review games in only two ways, folks. Will there be a video game story for this game in the near future? And do we recommend this game for you, the bullet time fighting Max Can't Catch a Break fan at home? And yeah, to the video game story, I'm pretty sure we can cook up another video game story for Max Payne 3, most likely involving the bus incident, since I kept making speed references during that level and taking out a whole bunch of bad guys with headshots. Yeah, we definitely have another video game story in the tank for that. And do we recommend this game for you, the bullet time shooting fan at home? Well, if you want to play a game where Max Payne goes off to another country to cure his woes, only to realize that he ended up in a situation that involves more woes than he can handle unless he sobers up with a hangover straight from Mother Nature, only to fight against police officers that are tougher than the New York City Police Department and makes them look like the Hare Krishnas while he's taking them all on just to catch a break, then I recommend you go out there and cop that disc. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back into the music, and when we return, we'll be back with another edition of the Indy Wall of Fame right after a word from our sponsors. So don't run out of continues just yet, folks, and stay tuned.